the one thing that I'm going to get involved in a big way over the next year or 2 years is going to be Job Creators Network. JCN, Job Creators Network, and we're constantly fighting for freedom and free enterprise. We've had some big wins over the last few years. One against the vaccine mandate, Biden's vaccine mandate that affected over 80 million working Americans would have had to take the vaccine if we didn't win that lawsuit at the U.S. Supreme Court on January 14th, a little over a year ago. We've got another lawsuit coming up, Job Creators Network, coming up this month. And this is the one against the student loan bailouts. This will save American taxpayers $500 billion and probably more like $1 trillion when it's all said and done, at least. Because I don't believe, and we don't believe, that it's right or fair that some people should get their responsibilities taken away from them by the federal government, by our tax dollars. Just a lot of us didn't go to college, didn't feel we had enough money to go to college, like myself, or just didn't want to go. And you know what? How's it fair that we, the working class, working families, have to pay for the educations of the highly educated? I mean, some people look at this, it's kind of a boring world, right? Chris, concrete paving, asphalt paving, come on. What can be so special about those things, right? Well, if you're going to be world class, you better look at those things as special, and you better strive to be the best at that. And to do that, you want to differentiate with some cool stuff, cool products and services and technology that separates yourself from the competition. We call that, blue ocean strategy. Blue ocean strategy, it's all about taking that business that some look at as maybe boring, maybe basic, boring, mom and pop, and what is it going to take to build that business in a business where there's very little competition that can compete with you very well. The blue ocean strategy is all about differentiation and differentiating ourselves from everybody in the world in that industry. And man, we've done it in Rabine Paving. Our paving companies, we have 5 paving companies that do paving work across the country. My goal is to partner with between 20 and 30 paving companies across the country to buy the majority of those companies and take those leaders and owners that are in place today, and they'll be mom and pop businesses from $5 million in revenues to probably $15 million in revenues. And those people that are usually owner, general managers at that point. And my goal is to mentor and help those general managers and leaders take their business from when we buy the majority of their company from a certain value to 8 to 10 times multiple of that value by the time that 5 or 6 years comes around. And so we're confident we can do that today with the tools and the innovation that we can bring to the table in every single market that we partner with a small business and they become a Rabine Group company. So that's kind of my goal. Within the next 7 years, we're going to be starting out here in the coming months. We're going to be looking for businesses in Tampa Bay, Florida, probably Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia. There's a few markets we're going to be looking at first, but we're going to have 4 or 5 markets identified ahead of time. We really worry about and focus a lot on core values. We want companies that are aligned with values, and that's not easy always. I know when I was that size, when I was a $5 or $10 million company, my core values our core values in our business weren't what they are today. We didn't have the consistency. We didn't drive core values like we do today. I think that's really important. So not that they're going to have the same core values, because that's not going to happen usually, but just very similar ethics, values, very similar high quality expectations. They may or may not be innovative, and that's okay. We can help there. They may or may not have the warranties that we have, and we can help there, right? But they're probably not going to have the equipment demands. We demand the very best, highest production, highest quality equipment. They're not going to have that, right? But that's okay. Those are things we can help them with, right? But they got to have they have that passion to serve their customers.